Hi everyone, welcome back to the Soul Star Wavelength. It's me, Nirvana. Okay, I have been so excited to do this reading for you guys. I'm not even kidding. I mean, just look at our lineup here, all right? And the name of this reading is How Have People Misunderstood You, but Now They Get It? Or something along those lines. So, how have you been misunderstood, but now they get it? All right, so we have three beautiful piles to choose from, and they all have a little bonus card underneath that was I shuffled for. I knew I wanted these two for this reading. Angel picked himself along with our anchor card, which I'll get into because we have an anchor card for this reading again. I'll get into that after going through the piles, and then if you want to skip to your pile, then you can do that. So pile number 1 here is Okarun. Pile number 2 is Jax. And pile number 3 is Angel Dust. Now I'll move on to the channeled message and our anchor card, which should be relevant no matter which pile you pick. Yes, let's do it. So our anchor card today for this reading is Alistair. Yes, that's right, it's Alistair. Okay, anyway. As you can see, all of these characters have a very distinct and recognizable smile. It's a big part of them, and especially Alistair is known for his smile, and in fact he has never been seen without one. And so that definitely tells me, no matter what pile you choose, your smile has been misunderstood. But now people are starting to understand it a bit more. Maybe people are starting to get your humor a bit more. They're just understanding you on a deeper level that means that they can read your smile, read your face better. I think you are still very much a mystery though. Maybe people are just realizing that there's also some people that are realizing that they have misunderstood your smile, and maybe they don't understand it yet, but they have a better idea, I think. Another thing with Alistair is people have misunderstood how much oppression and challenges you've come through and that you've overcome. I feel like people have also misunderstood your motives. People have found you, people are realizing that they have read you completely wrong a lot and that you're very smart. Yep. Yeah, so I think I'll leave it there and I will move on to our piles. So, catch you at your pile or piles. Oh, actually, I almost forgot one of the most important points with this anchor card here is that there's definitely an element of masking with yourself that people have not have misunderstood. Because Alistair, obviously, he uses a smile as a valuable tool. I guess it's something about like, I can't remember exactly what he says, but it's something like it keeps your friends close and your enemies guessing. And Angel Dust and Jax are both known for being for having personas, for having like strong masks that they use to cope with reality. And then Okarun here, that is literally a mask that he's got over his real mouth. So there's definitely something about masking with yourself that has been misunderstood. People maybe now understanding why you were masking in certain situations, why you acted in certain ways that you did, why you said the things you said. There's definitely, people are just getting you a lot better now. I feel like you're being seen in a much higher light than before. Okay, so now that I've gotten that out of the way, we will actually move on to the piles. Hello there, pile number 1, my Okarun pile. He's from the show Dandadan, if you were wondering. So if you picked him, you're in the right place. So first off, let's reveal his extra card here. Boom. All right, so Okarun and the crystal ball. So immediately, Okarun is very into the occult, and the crystal ball is just magnifying all the like spiritual messages and everything that I'm getting from this. So definitely A way in which you have been misunderstood is your special interests. People might have thought you were creepy or weird for the things you were into. You might have been ostracized in certain organizations like school or work or, you know, family, just because of your interests. Yeah, people misunderstood why you were into the things you're into. But I would say that you've definitely gone through a glow up of some sort recently, and your spiritual gifts, and or just like, you know, your intuition, your discernment, things like that. Yeah, the gift of discernment is definitely strong within you guys here. Well, they have been heightened. All your spiritual gifts, your spiritual senses, they've all been heightened recently, and you've definitely gone through a glow up. So people have noticed the glow up for sure, and people have noticed that you are on the ball when it comes to calling things out. Okay, so this is definitely my Scorpio heavy pile here, because Okarun gives me very strong Scorpio energy. People might have misunderstood your trauma responses, because I feel like some of you in this pile might have gone through things like SA, or and you've had to really restore yourself after like traumatic exual experiences, we'll just say that. Yeah, you might have had you also might have been bullied or outcast growing up. I know I said something like that. People, yeah. You know, Scorpios a lot of the time are very misunderstood anyway, right? Just because you might be into like certain things that people see as dark or taboo, or they just don't understand, they don't get it, they're gonna misjudge you for that. Very uncool. But yeah, you've definitely gotten a whole lot more powerful and badass. I'm getting Aquarius vibes here as well, so you might be an Aquarius. Pisces too, because you're very mystical. Cancer energy too here. Okay, so those signs might or might not be relevant. But definitely, you guys, your intuition at the very least has been very heightened. There's something very cosmic about you. You might have a special interest in aliens as well. Definitely, your perception of the world is clearer, it's more heightened. No matter your gender, you are very connected to the wild feminine. Yep, very connected to feminine energy. Yes, no matter your gender, you're an ally to feminines everywhere. Okay, well, that's lovely. Anything else here? I feel like people have grown in respect for you as well, because not only do you have this like this sort of right brain intuitive feeling side down, because I feel like you're very in touch with your instincts, with your gut. It's making me think of Luffy in One Piece, how he feels things in his gut and he just knows people are for him. You kind of have that quality too. Some of you might have Aries strong in your chart with that, just because I see Luffy as quite Aries. Oh, well, I lost my train of thought because I got distracted thinking about Luffy. But yes, I was going to say you also have the left brain logic and intelligence, book smarts on your side as well. I feel like you are very well researched. Yes, you're very well researched, and so people definitely respect that about you now as well. I think people understand now as well, like even though some of your beliefs might not be like, you know, your beliefs and interests might not be, what's the word, you know, that common, you know, so like they're often misunderstood, but because people that know you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very well researched, you look over the things that you know, you probably have a sort of scientific approach, even in these esoteric areas. So yeah, maybe you have Saturn in the 9th or something like that. But yes, so that is something that people are now starting to get about you. I feel like if any of you were doing body improvements, people are starting to understand that more now as well. I feel like something about you has just really proved that you are a force to be reckoned with. Also, since I've had to like stop and start a lot since I started this reading, and I even had to like stop and check just to remember what I was going to say about these cards, you might have had to stop and start certain things in your life quite a bit up till this point. You know, you might have had to start projects and then stop or rethink them, redo them. And that's something people misunderstood because they might have just been like, oh, they gave up, oh, they fell off, you know, just, you know, making assumptions about it, I guess. But yeah, they were totally off base, and they're realizing that right now, that you were just like, you were getting the data, and then you were like, you know, improving your approach, changing up your approach, shifting, making it better every time. You're like a scientist, experimenting and finding what works and what doesn't. And you've definitely been making very strong progress in all that you do with that. Okay, so let's move on to your tarot cards. All right, guys, I have the Dungeons and Dragons deck here for Okarun to get your cards from. As I pulled the deck out, this was on the bottom, Two of Charisma. So this is the Two of Pentacles equivalent, which says about juggling things in the material world. It's also about change in the material world as well. And to me, that definitely speaks about changes in your physical appearance. You've definitely had a glow up, I'm telling you, and people notice it. And since she reminds me of Loki here, definitely, and Loki's connected to Mercury in the mind, your mind has definitely had a glow up as well on, and I would say on in both sides, left and right. Yeah, things that once bothered you or tripped you up in the past are not getting to you anymore. You've definitely overcome some bad habits and people notice it. You seem a lot more at peace and unbothered in your lane, which is excellent. You know how to give yourself what you need as well. Here with the tea, I just keep getting drawn into the tea, and I'm thinking about relaxing with the tea and the book, and yeah, not even like this like demon up here like that came to try and creep up on her here. Not even that can phase her. She's just not even looking, and she can deal with it without even breaking a sweat. Okay, so let's find out more. How have my pile number ones, my Okarun pile, how have they been misunderstood, but now they get it? Now the people get it, okay? Three of Strength. That's Three of Wands. Okay, so that's all about expanding your horizons, where you're going in life. Yeah, people did not get where you were going in life, but now they can see you have a true trajectory. This is a very strong trajectory. People can tell that things are going to, your ships are going to come in. Yeah, that you are truly expanding your horizons, because in the past people thought, I think people just, people might have just like thought you were like quote unquote wasting your time with your hobbies and special interests, as if like those aren't the things that like we live life for. Like, come on. Okay, so let's get some more here. How have my Okarun pile been misunderstood, but now they get it? Eight of Wisdom. Yes, so this is our Eight of Cups equivalent here. So the things you have walked away from. Oh my goodness. The things you have said no to, the things that you've left behind. People would have misunderstood that in the past because like, oh, I bet you people were just like, oh, they're just holding a grudge. Like, they don't want to see me again because of XYZ. And it's like, no, you're actually moving from your heart space. See here with all the green, because green's the color of the heart chakra. So you're actually moving from your heart, and you're just protecting yourself and your light, I feel like. You were definitely just, yeah, you were protecting your own energy. Because see the way that the light's bouncing off the shield here? It's making me think of Legend of Zelda and like the mirror shield, where you can direct light to solve puzzles and things like that. So I feel like you were just being very smart about how you dealt with energy. You've been dealing with energy in a much smarter way than you have for a while now. And it's only, I feel like you've been doing this for a while, but people are just now seeing the effects of it. Yeah, in the past month, I think people have been realizing just how clever you've been. Yeah, I feel like people are quite dumbfounded, because I don't think that a lot of people like, not everyone will understand, like, how energy, like, works at this level. Because it's making me think of, like, of Bruce Lee, you know, how he, like, had, like, this ultimate mastery of the body and of energy, and he knew how to, like, you know, work with chi. There's something like that to you here. Maybe if it's not on an athletic level like Bruce Lee, it's like it's just on a like it's on an intellectual level as well. Though for some of you, you might be like real athletes here, and people are really seeing like how your progress in that as well. Yeah, this is like look on the bottom here, 6 of strength. That's 6 of wands, victory. People are really seeing how you've been victorious and like what you've left behind. I feel like anyone that you had to leave behind, they might be not doing so well. They might be like struggling a little bit, and in comparison, things seem to be going very well for you. Okay, let's get another card. How have my Okarun pile, how have they been misunderstood? 7 of intelligence. Oh my gosh. The Scorpio energy in this pile is very strong. Also Aquarius, since this is a card of Aquarius. But my goodness, people have misunderstood your thought process. I think you've probably been a victim of smear campaigns if you're in this pile, because I think people have tried to say that you're sneaky, underhanded, that you're just like, oh, you're just playing a game to win, but that's really not the case at all. You're very much a heart-centered person if you pick this pile. Like, Okarun is such a sweetheart in the show, and he really just loves one of the other main character in it, and he'd do anything to protect her, basically. So you're a very protective and loving person for the people around you, because even like, look at this, you're making like new friends, you might be collaborating with new people as well. Like in business as well as in like leisure. Yeah, like people have really misunderstood your thought processes. But again, I do think people did try and cast a little they tried to cast your, you know, they tried to like put everything you did in a certain light. Let's just say that. But yeah, now that's, yeah, so people might have misunderstood you because of that, but now they get it. They get it because they see that the person that told them that was not exactly trustworthy, that they were the sneaky one and they were actually projecting onto you. Yeah, So yes, look, 4 of strength on the bottom. You are making much better friend groups, or you're getting involved in a much better friend group. Like, this is very, like, I mean, it literally says strength, but like everyone holding on to each other's wrists, like, and Alga's in the middle, that rune, it's a rune of protection. So the new connections you make are very protected and strong, and you all will look out for each other. I feel like you just, you didn't really have anyone. I feel like either you had people around you that weren't, that you trusted, that like you maybe regret trusting, or just they weren't up to par, you know, they might have betrayed you in some way, or you were just a complete loner and you didn't have people around you. But people are understanding why you were, because it is better to be alone than to be around the wrong person by like a mile, right? But people are understanding why now. They're seeing that you were looking for the right people, and now it seems that they are appearing in your life. Shall I get one more card from this deck? Yes, let's do it. One more card. Okay, for my Okarun pile. How have they been misunderstood, but now they get it? How have they been misunderstood, but now they get it? Page of Wisdom. Very nice. Yes, I felt like we had to have another card just to finish us off here. Ooh, and look on the bottom, the Hierophant. See, you are very much in tune with your own inner guidance. Very connected to God, Spirit, Source, whatever it is you believe in. The truth within you. Yeah, you definitely see with this crystal ball here, you guys are very intuitive. Like, I've already said you guys are intuitive, right? But you guys, you have very strong psychic faculties, the majority of you here, you could definitely notice the signs around here. See these like 5 birds? So you definitely are noticing more signs and synchronicities in your reality, and the most important thing, you're able to read and understand them for yourself a lot better, and that's how you're able to move so well. You might have a great practice in meditation. Yes, or yoga or qigong is what I'm hearing. Like, I feel like martial arts might be very strong for this pile. Yeah, why you meditate and everything is now being understood much more, because it's because people are seeing the positive effects. I'm positive. You're definitely more grounded, stable, and secure than ever before with the red. Red is a very strong power color for you right now, along with black for protection. Saturn's colors, so you've overcome a lot of challenges. Saturn is one of the Saturn has, we always say in it, Saturn has the biggest challenges, but some of the best and longest lasting rewards on the other side of those challenges. Oh my gosh, I found it hard to speak for you guys. All right. But yeah, look, new horizons. See, look, this is like you finally getting to go through that door, going to new lands. And oh, so some of you might actually be traveling. I meant that metaphorically, but some of you might be traveling. But you're definitely, see with the cherry blossoms here, you're entering into it's something fresh. It's a new era of life for sure. After maybe a period of darkness, maybe some of you went through some depression, but now things are starting to look lighter, things are starting to look brighter. This figure always reminds me of Chun-Li from Street Fighter, I believe she's from. So yeah, that or fighting games like that might be significant for you. You might used to play them with friends or that. Yeah, maybe some of you are actually, video games might be something that you guys are really into in this pile, and that was misunderstood. Like, people thought maybe, like, because, there's a lot of, like, stereotypes around people that game, right? Like, some people think, like, losers or whatever, but then, like, what if you become, like, a competitive player, and then you actually, like, make money from playing video games in whatever form? Because some people it's just streaming or whatever. You don't even have to be competitive level. You just have to be fun and entertaining. So yeah, people are seeing like how your special interests are like opening doors for you and making your life, like, they're just expanding your horizons and making your life better. You've definitely overcome the major challenges though, because not only was I talking about Saturn there, but we have the mountains and the dragon there, which represent very huge challenges, that you've overcome. You guys have definitely come through at least one dark night of the soul if you're in this pile too. Yes, the future is bright. The future is very bright for you guys. Keep at it, all right? So I'm just going to read from the little book, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer as I say that. Yeah. So you have been taking the right steps, and things should be unfolding more and more smoothly as you keep in line with this beautiful balance of intuition and intellect that you've got going on. All right. So first off, 3 of strength here. Expanding your circle of influence and communicating your ideas, making progress. Yep. And we'll move on to 8 of wisdom. Finding a way out of past pain by having faith that something better is waiting for you. Yes, you made it through. 7 of intelligence. How we play games, hide our real selves, and mask our true intentions out of fear or hurt. And remember, yes, the mask, that was like that was part of our channeled message for all the piles, like how we have had to mask ourselves to get by, or to survive in certain situations. Now that's being understood a lot more. And people are seeing the masks that others have worn, actually, as well. When it comes to you. People are seeing how people have been sneaky or disingenuous when it comes to you. And that is making your self look, you're just shining like the light you are. More and more of your true self is visible to those with eyes to see. Okay. And finally, let's get the page of wisdom up in here. Embarking on a new path sparked by your curiosity and your creativity. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, people are just seeing you much more innocent, but also more badass and more free and interesting. Yeah, where people have been put off before with you, they're now interested. They're now really into it. Like, that's like the thing with you guys in this pile. It's not even just like, you know, where people once misunderstood you, but now they get it. It's like, now they're into it. Now they're like, I want to hang out with pile number one. Like, how did they do that? Like, they're actually like really cool. Like, they're so skilled. Like, I can't believe what they're able to do. Like, people are really feeling like this about you now. Like, yeah, there's definitely been some sort of obscuring or a veil of some kind around you. Whether from like, I think also from both from like your spirit team protecting you, and also just from people who maybe have lied or gossiped or just spread rumors. But now that's like completely cleared. It's bounced right back off. See, with the mirror shield here, it has bounced right back off and onto them, and just the good of you is being shown. The truth, because you're aligned with truth, right? Also, we'll just get our little message for your bottom card, the Hierophant. And oops, sorry for knocking it there. I just pulled this up, and underneath it is the world, underneath that card. I'll show you. So, yeah, definitely very successful. This is like a graduation. So some of you might have graduated. Oh, I bet you people from, you know, your high school or college or uni, if you were there, like, they're definitely thinking about you and seeing you in a whole new light. Bet you some of them are wishing that they spoke to you while they had the chance, because you feel very out of reach now. You're on to bigger and better things, that's for sure. All right, and the Hierophant here. Using spiritual understanding and wisdom to perceive the world. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking perfect with this crystal ball here. You're very wise, and you're also very intelligent. Very beautiful balance here between those faculties. All right, so let's get you a final oracle card to close out. By the way, if you have been enjoying this reading, please do like, share, comment, subscribe, and or hype the video. So much love and thanks if you were already subscribed, if you're already a soul star. I made a post to say thanks for reaching 1,000. Okay, so yep, much love to all you guys, all the soul stars out there. Yeah, thank you. All right, let's move on to the final part of the reading. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get you a final oracle card from my Rainbow Brain Skull oracle that I got for us on the channel. Definitely look out for cherry blossoms. Yeah, look out for cherry blossoms as symbolism, and crystal balls if you're in this pile, okay? There are definitely signs and synchronicities for you. Also dragons, because I mean, this is a Dungeons and Dragons deck. Oh my goodness. Whew. People are understanding the way you speak more as well. And I just feel like people's judgments of you are a lot less harsh and a lot more accurate. You know, there's just something about it, like, people just weren't seeing you clearly at all before. Oh, they sure wish they did, though. I tell you that. There's people that really, really wish they were your friend when they had the chance. Yeah. Okay. Please, can I get a final card for my Okarun pile number 1s, to close out this reading? Any final advice or confirmations for them before I move on to the next pile? Thank you. All right. I love control. I wish I had some. Oh my goodness, guys. Wow. All right. Love control. Wish I had some. You know what's funny about this? It looks very similar to the way his hair is. Also, God, I'm not sure if, like, you know, I'm not sure if YouTube will like that, so I'll just quickly cover her up. Okay, guys, I covered her up just in case, even though, like, there's really nothing wrong with that. But yes, I love control. Wish I had some. 51. I think, you know, because you relinquished control over, you know, it's like, it's making me think of that phrase where it's like, God, give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things that I can. I feel like you've definitely lived by that. You've like accepted, like, you don't mind being an outsider if you have to be. Like, I'm kind of getting Shadow the Hedgehog vibes here from this pile. Maybe you like Shadow the Hedgehog. But yeah, you're fine with how you just sort of accepted that some people are gonna if people are gonna see you in some horrible way, then like let them, because they're not worth your time if they're not gonna listen to your side or like even see what you're truly like as a person. Then you're better off without them, right? But funnily, by relinquishing control, it gave you it like elevated you in some way, and it gave you more control. You know, it made you focus on what you could control. Let me just say that. And that in turn had like has had an amazing ripple effect on the rest of your life. On the bottom of the deck, we have out argue, bad narrative, and head. Yep, see, you just were like, this is what you can control, the thoughts you think. So you're like, I'm not going to waste my time thinking about stuff that's just going to upset me, stuff that I can't control. I'm going to focus on what I can do, being creative, having fun, training my body and my mind. Because see, with the 7 of Intelligence, your strategies were very misunderstood as well. Like, but you have very good strategies, actually. And they've worked out very well for you. And so people are seeing that in a different light as well. Yeah. If you had to put anyone in their place, quote unquote, or just remind them who you were, then that might have been misunderstood at first. People have thought you might have just like blown off, like gone off for nothing. But now they get it. They're like, oh, I see what was going on there. Like the underlying currents, like that person was actually like coming at them really, really sideways. And so they had to deal with it. Like they dealt with it better actually than I would have, is what they're realizing. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at what the little book says for this one. Okay, I love control. Wish I had some. When the floor feels like it's falling from underneath you, that is actually what true reality is. Control was always an illusion. The illusion will return, but for now, enjoy the feeling of free fall. When things get boring again, you will reminisce about how alive you felt when you were falling. Very cool. And number 65. If you argue for your limitations, you will be allowed to keep them. Both sides can always be argued. Defend the future you wish for. Whether you believe you can or you believe that you can't, you're right. Yes, you have proved yourself in other people's eyes, definitely. Your capability, your strength, your power is very much recognized now in a way that I feel like it previously wasn't. Wow. Yeah, you know, I feel like things might be moving quite fast for you at this time. And if it's not moving quite fast for you right now, I think it will speed up, and it might feel quite, you know, it might bring up some anxiety just with how fast things will be moving for you. But just remember to keep grounded within yourself, you know, tune into yourself, do whatever it is that makes you feel grounded and safe and whole. Could be meditation, could be exercise, could be art. You know, it's whatever works for you. It could just be like hanging out with your friends. Either way, I feel like things are about to go, you know, speed up for you here. There's going to be a lot happening. So enjoy the ride. Yeah. All right, pile number 1, that's where I'm going to leave it. I sure hope you enjoyed. I'm sending you so much love and blessings, and I hope to see you in another pile or another reading. All right, goodbye. Hello there, pile number 2, my Jax pile. All right, Jaxies. Okay. So, yeah, if you picked him, you're in the right place. So, first off, let's see the card behind you. It is the mushroom, the mellow mushroom here. And isn't it cool that it's in his colors, basically? So, ways in which you have been misunderstood, pile number 2. People have definitely misunderstood the way your mind works. Why you think the way that you do. They've misunderstood the ways in which your mind has been expanding. But now they're starting to get it, because they're starting to see how it's unlocking things in your reality for you, how you're finding it's like keys to reality. And it's expanding you, yourself, your life as a whole. Things are expanding for you, you know. Things are getting more colorful and vibrant and full of life. Where once you might have been stuck in a very stagnant place, you might have been, you know, stuck in a place where you really wanted to move from. Or you might have been stuck in a job you hated, or, you know, just stuck anywhere that was like really draining your life force. But now you managed to find the way out, or you are finding the way out. And so people are understanding it now, that they're seeing the fruits of your labor, basically. You definitely think outside the box, and you think very differently than most people. You do not have a conventional belief system, most likely, if you pick this pile. It gives like, this is a sort of, this might be my Heyoka pile, super empath pile. Like, you're definitely extremely sensitive. I'd say that you definitely feel others' emotions. You're definitely at least an empath if you pick this pile. I feel like people have really projected onto you in this pile. You've really been a scapegoat for things. You also might have... I just feel like the way you have dealt with the situations you've been in has been... People might have really highly criticized you, but now like they're understanding like why you were the way you were. I feel like you really had to put on a mask and a persona to survive something. Otherwise it would have like just like completely broken you down. But you managed to get through it because you held on to your own beliefs, and you believed in better, and you hoped for expansion, and you found it. You found the key. Yes. Mellow mushroom or pizza in general might be significant for you. Mushrooms, yeah. And rabbits, obviously. The Cheshire Cat or Stephen Fry might be significant for some reason to you. Okay. But yeah, definitely your mindset and your actions have been misunderstood in the past. But now you are being understood a lot more, so that's lovely. All right, so I'm going to move on to cards for you. And since this energy is like, it's a little bit different, a little bit out there, you guys are definitely quirky at the very least, let's say. So I actually picked an oracle card deck for you guys instead of a tarot deck. So let's do it. Alrighty, you guys, you definitely have, you guys might have had like found unconventional like cures for things within yourself with like the mushroom here. It's making me think of like plant medicine, or like holistic, a holistic, what's the word, approach to things. And people might have misunderstood you in that way. They might have just thought, oh, like that's a load of rubbish or whatever, but then it actually worked for you, and you actually like healed something like that maybe people didn't even think could be healed. Like maybe some of you suffered from depression really badly in the past, but now after the things you've done to expand and heal yourself, it was truly the key, and now you don't suffer from depression anymore, or at least not to the same degree. And that's not to say that you can't completely free yourself from it. Like absolutely, I don't believe in impossibility, okay? So, yes. Anyway, as I pulled this deck out, we had the Cheshire Puss on the bottom, which, like, Jax is very Cheshire Cat coded anyway. But, and for me, Cheshire Cat is very much spirit guide energy. So I feel like you guys are very connected to your ancestors and your spirit guides, and they are very strong with you. And people might have misunderstood that in the past. Like maybe people tried to come at you sideways or something, but let me tell you, your ancestors, your spirit team, really put them in their place. And yeah, karma hits. Okay, karma's real. It's the law of cause and effect. All right. But anyway, this card itself talks about how people might have just been, you might have been dealing with people that were just messing with you. You know, Jax is also known for that. His like darker side, he just likes to mess with people. But yeah, people that were messing with you just for the fun of it. So people might have not understood how you were, because I feel like, you know, these people might have been very, very tricky, you know, coming at you in certain ways where you looked like the crazy one if you defend yourself. But now people are seeing those other people for what they were. Yeah. And they're seeing that you were actually like the innocent one. All right, let's go. How have my pile number twos been misunderstood, but now they get it? How have my Jax pile been misunderstood, but now the people get it? Making use of the ink. Okay, so yeah, I meant to say, you guys might be Virgos or Capricorns or Geminis in this pile, because Jax gives me very strong Mercurial energy and also some like Capricorn, even if you can believe that. Yes, this is very Virgo, this card to me, making use of the ink, like, because it's like the ink splatters on his face, it gets thrown everywhere, but then so he gets his quill and and scrapes it off his face and like keeps writing his notes. He's like, might as well make use of the ink. Like, it's like no matter what you're in, you make the most of it. Whatever situation you're in, you make the most of it and you learn from it and you use what you can. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's get another one. That's number 29. So 29 might be significant for you guys if you pick this pile. Okay, I got the last three cards. They all just came out in a oneer. Perfect. On the bottom is the King of Hearts. And this card is all about, instead of getting things, because he's the opposite of his wife, the Queen of Hearts, right? Who's a very like loud and volatile and she's like violent. But he is more Libran in his approach. Let's say he's very much people person. He's like, oh, diplomatic, a softer touch, you know. So you guys have actually learned how to like finesse things and to speak to people and more like that. You've learned how to get your way through more subtle means. Very effective here. Okay. All right, so taking a look at these cards, a splendidly dressed rabbit, painted roses, and the Mad Hatter. And funnily enough, this card was on the bottom when this card came out. So, yes, this is about embracing your true self, your weird and wonderful, wacky self. I feel like there's something about you that is, you're just embracing what makes you different, what makes you unique, how you see the world that's different. Because see, even his glasses are like the same color as the mushroom here. You're accepting that you see the world differently. I mean, even Jax's eyes are yellow as well. There's something like you see the world in a different light than most people. And people are starting to get it now because they're seeing how your perspective that seems so weird and kooky and crazy and out there maybe to them at first, they're seeing now how that has actually elevated you and helped your life and expanded you in so many ways. And like you're doing so much better than anyone ever expected. Let me tell you, there's a lot more love for you than there was before. Yeah, people really, really misunderstood your personality, I think, on a core level. Because like, you're like, yeah, I've always been like this. Like, but there was something about you that you were just, there was a situation you were in. People were trying to box you in, you know, people were trying to keep you, make you fit into certain archetypes, basically. And you're a multifaceted being. You are everything and nothing, right? And so that just was never going to work with you. All right. You know what's really funny here with the two, this rabbit has two hats on, one on each ear and lots of piercings. Yeah, you, and with the Mad Hatter, of course, you guys definitely have a very unique style as well, which was probably misunderstood. People might have just thought you were like, I don't know, like, people just, you know, sometimes people are just so lame. Like, I love seeing people with unusual styles. Like, I think it takes so much balls, right? You know, metaphorically speaking, to be able to own your own style and wear it proudly, you know. I just always admired it. And so I can tell that you guys here definitely have like an unusual style, personal aesthetic. And it's being so much more appreciated now. People are seeing how artistic and cool it actually is. Wow, I'm thinking of like, I don't know, one of my favorite like people in terms of style is Thundercat. If you check out his stuff, he's always got like the coolest like outfits on. You guys might be like that. You might want to really, you might love like incorporating like your special interests and things you love into the things you wear. You know, because why wouldn't you? Because if you love something, then you're gonna love like a piece of clothing that represents it on you, right? But yeah, like, and see, I'm looking at the two hats. It's making me think of The Mighty Bush. So that might be a show that you like. You might love Noel Fielding. Yes, he's very cool. Oh, that's another person whose style I absolutely adore. Speaking of, oh my gosh, I love his art too. Yes, people are seeing like, I feel like you guys, you definitely have fans. Oh, that's such a thing. You guys definitely have a lot of fans, a lot of admirers that are coming out of the woodworks now. Like, you have been definitely amassing fans. In fact, some of you in this pile are definitely on social media in some way. And if you have like a social media like presence then yeah, people are noticing you have a lot of fans. Yeah. Because Jax is super popular, right? He was like voted the most popular character on the show. Yeah, so yeah, but the thing with the hats, it was making me think of Johnny Two Hats, and it's like this thing like like people might have really mocked you for your individual style, but now they're seeing that like people literally love you for it. You literally make money off of it. I think a lot of you in this pile, somehow you have made money off of like the things that people used to make fun of you for. You're really rocking it. Okay. I'm going to take a look at the little writing in the book for you on these cards. Alrighty guys, first off we have making use of the ink. Due to the hurly-burly unleashed by Alice's transformation into a giant in the middle of the courtroom, Bill the Lizard, who happened to be a member of the jury, lost his pencil and could no longer take notes. Soon after, an inkstand was thrown at his head by the enraged Queen of Hearts. Instead of taking offense at this aggressive act, Bill hastily used the ink that trickled down his face and started writing again. You can choose to moan about your lot in life, or you can choose to focus on the advantage that might come from what is going on right now. This situation won't last very long, but that's not the point. What really matters is that you remain open and ready to seize any new opportunity, any new key that comes your way. How could you turn the current situation to your advantage? People are realizing that you're very good at that. Oh, they're really getting it now. Number 6, a splendidly dressed rabbit. Okay, you guys gotta look out for rabbits in this pile for sure. Rabbits and roses are definitely signs and synchronicities to look out for if you're in this pile, just to confirm. Extra confirmation for you. Okay. While Alice sat in a corner of the Hole's hall and cried about her disrupting metamorphosis, the White Rabbit reappeared dressed in a ceremonial suit, holding a pair of white gloves in one hand and a large fan in the other. The young girl asked him for help, but the startled animal rushed out, dropping his gloves and fan at Alice's feet. You want to live up to your responsibilities, and you always make an effort to fulfill whatever task is in your work plan. You may have been overworking lately, which is leading you to forget important details or act in too much stress and haste. It is important to slow down and reorganize your time and priorities in a more sustainable way. Are you sure that you are not rushing and forgetting some elements that are essential to the task you want to accomplish? Okay, this is very important, definitely, because we got rabbit here. You guys, there's definitely some shamans in this pile, some shamanistic people. Because with the rabbit here, the rabbit can be a trickster spirit, but also the reason I link it to shamanism especially is because rabbit is a totem that links to fear. Because rabbits are known for, like, you know, fear. Rabbits can easily die from getting too much of a fright, you know. So self-regulating is very, very important for you guys. That's definitely a key I think you've found, is regulating your fear, being able to overcome your fear and to calm yourself and to choose your emotional state. That is, like, very much been a huge key for you here. And there's a lot of love and admiration for the steps you've taken in that regard. I'm actually just noticing the rabbit's legs here. So you guys might have really, you guys might have done some form of exercise, like running or jogging or something like that. Something that works your legs to help regulate stress and to diminish any fear that comes over you. And of course, I actually associate rabbits with Virgo. So your daily routines, the things you've been doing every day, they've really been making a big difference. And with the legs, obviously you use your legs to walk, right? And so your legs are what take you places, and rabbits can move very fast. So the things you're doing to self-regulate every day are actually moving you very fast towards your goals. Yes. Wonderful. All right. Yeah, but you guys have overcome a lot of fear, and you might have actually been purging a lot of fear in the last few months. Yeah, you guys might have been purging a lot of fear here. Okay. Painted roses. Let's just move on. In the story, the garden of the Queen of Hearts, Alice met 3 playing card-shaped gardeners who were putting red paint on white roses. The reason for this was that the queen only wanted red roses in her garden, and the poor gardeners, having planted white by mistake, risked having their heads cut off in punishment. Perfection and impeccability are not of this world. Everyone makes mistakes, and it is an interesting as well as enlightening part of life. You should not be punished out of proportion when making errors. But should that happen, it is time to reconsider the way your job/family/relationship works. And drastically readjust your life to bring back more balance, compassion, and delight. What is your current driving force? Are you acting out of duty, joy, fear, or love? Oh my gosh, guys. Donnie Darko is definitely significant for you guys. Fear or love? Where are you on the scale? Okay. Yeah, okay. This card came out for me when I... it's making me think of when this card came out for me when I had to leave a job because it turned very abusive, basically. And basically I couldn't, like, obviously I'm not going to take that, right? I have to leave, like, yeah, I've been through way too much anyway, like, so, like, my body literally can't take it. Right? So you guys have, like, really learned how to tune into your body and your sensitivities and learned what you can and can't accept in jobs, relationships, family, life in general. Yeah, look, see the butterfly here? Butterflies are definitely a symbol for you guys too. And they're both on the crown. So it's transformation in how you think. And you are actually, see, look, they're actually looking over at the rabbit as well. So you are transforming how others think as well. See, people, this is that way that... not only have you transformed your own mind, but you are transforming others' minds and perceptions and outlooks on life just by being yourself. And by demonstrating what it is that you've learned through just how you are. Whew. Okay, let's move on to the Mad Hatter here. The character's name is derived from the Victorian phrase "mad as a hatter." Stuck in an endless chaotic tea party, Carol's Mad Hatter, who was fond of poetry and unanswerable riddles, showed a neurotic tendency to have unpredictable behaviours and make nonsensical comments. He had a wild and indomitable imagination. You may feel caught in a never-ending cycle of some sort. Oh my gosh, doesn't that suit the digital circus here? Or trapped in a societal pressure to conform. Yet the powerful tool that could help you now is within yourself, and it is your imagination. Use it to create a world of your own, in which you give yourself full permission to be exactly who you're meant to be. How could you fully embrace everything that you are, with all your lights and your shadows? Yes, oh my gosh. Whew, you guys have been really embracing everything, all of your experiences in life, I feel like, and that's really, that acceptance is really allowing things to shift and change at a much faster rate for you. Because it's when we don't accept something, it holds it in place. But you guys are coming into yourself a lot more, and there's so much love coming to you. There's so much love for you. Like, see all the hearts, and they're like pouring in, is what that's what it seems like to me anyway. Yeah, if you guys have an online presence, if you have like a social media following at all, like, I see that increasing as you share more and more of yourself and be more and more true and authentic and just wholly you. God. But yeah, even if you don't have that, then this is just from people in your life, and your spirit team and everything are just so proud of you for not losing your light in spite of others who might have tried to oppress you or bring you down, you know. Yeah. It's making me think of in Mob Psycho, the Mogami arc, if any of you know about that. Basically, this spirit just tries to break Mob down. Spoilers, or spoiler warning or whatever, but he overcomes it completely. He doesn't lose his sense of self. And he proves that the polarity, because the spirit was trying to like argue that the darkness is more powerful, you know, like negative experiences have a stronger impact than positive ones. But Mob proved that like the polarity, you know, that light is also like there's an equal and opposite polarity, and that can overcome the darkness, you know, basically. And I feel like that's something about you guys. There's something about your spirit that's pretty much unbreakable. Because like I feel like you're like, well, it would have broken by now if it was. And it made me think of another character from the show that Jax is from, Kinger, and he says, I guess I just have a resilient mind. Because it's like, because God knows, like, if not, I probably wouldn't be here. yeah, this is my whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger pile too. Yeah. All right, yeah, people definitely get you like just who you are, your personality, your style, your mindset, so much more than they did before. And they're seeing how little you've had to work with at times, and how you've made it work in spite of everything. People are giving you a lot more grace now. I will say that. People are definitely giving you a lot more grace and understanding. People didn't know how much you were going through as well. Yeah. All right. Let's close out the reading. I'll get you a final oracle card. But before that, I'll just say, if this has been resonating, please do like, share, comment, subscribe, and or hype the video. I really appreciate it. And so much love. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much to my soul stars. We reached 1,000. I'm so happy. I made a little post about it, but just extra love, extra thanks. Thank you for being here. You all are the best, truly. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the final part. Listen, guys, if you're in this If you're in this pile, people are really giving you your flowers a lot more now. Whereas before, I feel like you were really just getting, like, honestly, ABUSE. But you were making the most of it and you somehow made it work. You somehow used, like, it's that thing, right? See, some people say it sometimes where it's like, oh, they tried to throw stones at you, but you built like a house from it, basically. You used everything thrown at you to your advantage and you just used it to make yourself cooler, better in all ways, you know? You really are an alchemist and you really are a magician because you really know how to make whatever reality throws at you work for you. Okay, so I'm gonna get your final card, final confirmations, advice, yada yada yada, from the Rainbow Brain Skull Oracle. Shiny, shiny. All right. Please, for my Jack's pile, can I get a final card, final confirmation, advice, anything for them? Oh, create right now, not just during the soft, good times. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about, guys. With the making use of the ink. Yeah, because the ink is like it's a creative thing. Like you can either write or draw with it, you know. You can make art. Wow. Look at that. You guys have really you've really figured out how to make little portals, because it looks like he's looking through a little portal, right? And then that's like a little portal there. It's like through creating, through using what you had at your disposal, you've really transformed your own experience of reality. You've expanded your own mind and perception, like, which in turn has expanded the world that's available to you. Anyway, that looks like a green rupee there, so some of y'all might like Legend of Zelda if you're here. Hell yeah. What else do we got? Okay, number 12. Okay. Rabbit hole. Yeah, you guys might like to go down like little rabbit holes. You might just love like figuring out, just going on these little like adventures, like learning about different things, you know? Ooh, on the bottom of the deck, we have World Maker is the only job in the final future. Yeah, you guys are really figuring out how to make reality the way you want to. And I feel like you already have quite a few keys, quite a few, you already have at least like some of the mindset you need for this. I would say a lot of you really have it though. You've been making the steps and you're seeing how it's working for you. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, let's read from the little book. Number 12. Being too comfortable is a recipe for terrible art. If you keep waiting for things to get better, you may find that time never comes. Your job is not to wait for the world to get more magical, it's to make it more magical. Yes, you guys are truly magical beings here. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are truly magical beings here, and you have the ability to change reality very you can just, it's very much reality is very much malleable for you guys, and you're unlocking it in certain ways. You're getting the correct mental keys so that you can more easily shift it to your liking, you know. Let's see, number 40. For World Maker is the only job in the final future. There will always be the need for your vast and unique realm of your imagination. And that was talking about the Hatter here. It's all about the imagination, because the imagination is the God part of your brain, because it is unlimited. All right? Anything is possible within your imagination. We love originals. Share your vast inner world. It's the one thing that can never be automated. Abso-freaking-lutely. You guys, your imagination is your most powerful and important asset. I know as a small child, I made the pact to myself to never lose my imagination, to never lose that, lose touch with it, because I saw the effect that it had on adults that did, back when I was a kid. So yeah, I always made sure to keep a hold of it, and I think you guys are the same. And if not, you can get back in touch with it. Definitely, if you're feeling like uninspired at all, then connecting to your inner child, things that you loved to do when you were a kid, would definitely help. But yeah, create something, do something that is fun. Because this is like the balance between creating and consuming, right? So it's always good to like give yourself a break to go and find new inspiration to create more. But it's when you're trying to do too much of one or the other, you know, because if you're trying to create and just make stuff all the time, then you'll end up burning out. But then if you just are sitting consuming and consuming and consuming, then you just end up sluggish and lethargic and unfulfilled, right? So it's all about the balance, you know. But I feel like you're really making a difference in the world, in your community, in your family, wherever you are making a difference. Because look, you are creating something that is beautiful. You're bringing color to people's lives. I feel like you are truly a very loving person, and the people that are closest to you get to feel that, and people just feel very privileged to be in your presence whenever they get to see you. I think a lot of people have crushes on you, by the way. Yeah, definitely. Oh my God. Yeah, no, you're a lot of people admire you. A lot of people have a crush on you. Yeah, you have a lot of fans. So just keep doing you, keep being your magical and wonderful self, because the more you create, the bigger this portal gets, the more magical things are in the world. I love encouraging people to make their own art, because the more art the better, you know. Like it's just I mean, that's what it's all about to me, right? Like the expression of the soul. Like why else are we here in these human bodies, right? Okay, anyway, is that everything? I'm just gonna give you guys a little extra jingle here. I don't think I have, there's anything else for me to say, so I shall wrap the reading up here. Absolutely loved reading for you guys, my Jack's pile. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. I hope and intend that this gave you all the best confirmations and informations that you need at this point in time. Whoopsie. There we go. I am wishing you all the best. So much love and blessings to you wherever you are. And I hope to see you in another pile or another reading. All right, goodbye. Hello there, pile number 3, my angel dust pile. So I'm so happy to have you here. If you picked this guy, you're in the right place. So first of all, I'll show you what the hidden card is for you. Boom, it's my little Pink Floyd looking light refraction alchemy temperance card. So, all right. Also with the rainbow here. So immediately, things that could have been misunderstood about you, pile number 3, are your smexuality. All right, let's say that. Also your gender identity. Yeah, you're the type that could maybe be, people could just misread your gender or eggs uality all the time. People have definitely, I feel like, misunderstood your behavior, why you've acted in certain ways or done certain things, because in the show, Angel Dust is a persona that he has to have to get through to survive in his work, basically. Where he's like, he's an adult film star, right? And he's in a horribly like abusive connection with let's just say the producer, right? The overlord that owns his soul. So people might have misunderstood like contracts that you were under. They might have misunderstood your work. They might have misunderstood your relationships, what was really going on in them, how much you were really going through during all that. But see, because of all the personal alchemy you've done, look how much you are shining. Wow. With the rainbow here as well, I feel like things are definitely getting better for you. There's a lot of blessings coming to you. Your light is shining out. People are understanding, they're seeing your true colors. Whereas before they couldn't really see you, they could only see this idea of you. But now, like, your true self, your aura, your soul essence is being recognized. And I feel like people are seeing, like, your beauty in a new light. I feel like if you pick this pile, you're probably quite attractive. Probably to both genders. Or, you know, all genders. Just say that. I meant both sexes, really. You know. Anyway, random, but if you pick this pile, you might like strawberry milk, or you might have loved strawberry milk as a child. Spiders might be very significant as a totem for you because angel dust is a spider. I think people have misunderstood your talents as well. I feel like there's been a lot of judgment around you and your choices at some point in life, but now people understand that you were doing what you needed to do to survive. And that you're actually like a really lovely and caring and loyal person. You're very loving. And I feel like your fun side, and also like, because Angel knows how to handle himself in a lot of ways. He's very like much like able to hold his own in a fight, whether verbally or physically. So some of y'all, like, I wouldn't mess with you, you know. Not like that. Yeah, if you pick this pile, you might love musicals. You might just love music in general, because I already mentioned Pink Floyd. You might like experimental stuff, or you might just like some people might call it cheesy, like musicals and things like that, but like I feel like you feel it in your heart. You just enjoy it. You know, I would say like you're a very beautiful soul, and people have really tried to destroy you just for your light and for your beauty. If you're in this pile, but I feel like people are just understanding more and more about what you've actually gone through, and how impressive it is, how well you actually dealt with everything. Like, because I feel like this pile, you've really dealt with like some crazy stuff, like, and somehow you are still this bright and beautiful light on the other side of it. So let me tell you, that is an amazing feat, and you should be so proud of yourself. You know, for some reason I'm getting called to talk about the spider totem, with it, that because the spider is it's a feminine totem, and because it's a receptive, and the spider weaves the web and then waits for the prey to come to it, right? And so this is representative of, like, as a spider weaves their web, every like string, we can think of that as every thought we think. And every thought we think is part of the tapestry that builds up our life. And so if you're thinking beautiful thoughts, then beautiful things should get attracted to you, right? It's that sort of thing. I feel like there's something about... I feel like you've really been able to shift your mindset for the better in this pile. Yeah. Somehow you've hung on to hope and beauty through the darkness, and that's made you so much more beautiful and bright than ever before. So people are noticing that, like, the light is shining brighter and brighter on you. You've overcome, I feel like, a lot of trauma in this pile. You might have been processing a lot recently. At whatever time you're watching this, like, I feel like before you've probably been processing some stuff that's like happened to you in the past, because you know, healing isn't linear as well, because you never know when it might be from. Also, I feel like your personal style has had an evolution, and you are expressing yourself in much more uninhibited ways. You know, you're not being held back by what society thinks like someone quote unquote like you should wear, you know. Yeah. You can't be kept in a box like that anymore. Okay. Right, so let's move on to some tarot for you guys. You know, what's been misunderstood, your taste in music, or if you like musicals or things like that, the things like that have been misunderstood, but now people get it, definitely a lot more. So, I'm using the Osho Zen Tarot for you today, and as I pulled it out, we had Harmony on the bottom. This is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups, and so see the heart here. And this is like showing like all the higher chakras here. Like you are inviting in a lot more happiness into your life. Like there's a lot more happiness, a lot more good flow. Like you have a much healthier top set of chakras than before, I would say. So like throat, third eye and crown, they're all much happier and healthier than they were before. You're thinking much more light and or magical even thoughts I'm seeing here with like the sparkles here. Much cleaner, much higher vibrational thoughts happening for you. Your heart space seems to be healing right now. Definitely you've had a lot of healing in the heart recently. Look out for dolphins as a totem. I feel like you are connecting to people on a much deeper level, and people are able to connect to you on a much deeper level as well. There's like a sort of honesty because you move from your heart space. Like I feel like you are very like, because Angel Dust, by the way, is on Aries. His birthday is April 1st, April Fool's Day. He's also a twin, so twins might be significant for you, or you might be a Gemini because he's very Gemini coded as well. So Aries, Gemini energy here. Also some Pisces too, I feel. Yep. But yeah, you are making some wonderful soulmate connections, I want to say, or you have, and people can see that you're truly happy, that there's true love in your life. And if you're not experiencing that in the form of another person in your reality right now, you are truly feeling it within yourself as a connection to yourself. Because I always say that like loneliness isn't like a lack of connection to other people, it's a lack of connection to yourself, within yourself, because you can be surrounded by people and still be lonely, right? So connecting to yourself and finding that love within yourself is the most surefire way to elevate your experience on that front. But yes, dolphins are very, they're a sign of play and joy and blessings. Yes, and some even connected it to telepathy as well. So that's why I'm thinking soulmate connections, because it can be quite almost like, because see the twin thing as well, because people have like, say twins have that special connection between them, like the little mind link. Like you might have someone in your life who is like such like that level to you. I think you're in definitely you've definitely attracted like some wonderful relationships in to your life now, or you are in the process of doing that. Okay, let's keep going. What has been misunderstood about my pile number 3 is my angel dust pile, but now people get it. Now people get it. Okay, we got 3 here. Rebirth. This is our 10 of Swords equivalent. Yeah, so and look, coming through the different stages of the self here. So this is when you're more asleep. This is when you're waking up, and then the true self, the most true form of ourselves, the inner child. Then we have the card of transformation, the death card here, with the phoenix energy, of course. And then we have postponement. This is a 4 of Swords equivalent. Look, I was talking about a mindset shift for you guys, and both these cards are swords, which is about the mind. Let's get one more card. But you guys have definitely been becoming a lot more true to yourself, your soul essence. You're leaving behind certain masks and things you used to wear. because you are not needing them so much anymore. You're only letting yourself be around people that truly deserve you, I feel like. You're not who you used to be. You're definitely someone who shifts and changes a lot. You are extremely multifaceted. As an individual, I can tell. There's a lot of Gemini energy in here. Then we've got the Scorpio card here. And this is a card of Libra. Oh, and then we have another Gemini card here. Nine of Swords equivalent, sorrow. Yes, I feel like you guys have definitely, like I was saying, you guys have definitely been purging a lot from past experiences lately. But it's because you are shifting up in terms of your soul is like leaving behind a lot of like baggage right now because of all these beautiful transformations and alchemy that you have done. Because look, this is like a card of like shifting and changing alchemy, and then it's underneath my alchemy card. Like, come on. You are not postponing living the life you want to live anymore. You're just like, I need to live it now because, you know, we're all gonna die one day, so like I have to live while I'm alive. Do you know what I mean? It's my life. Bon Jovi. I didn't realize, I didn't mean it. But yeah, Bon Jovi might be significant for you guys. Definitely you guys get messages through music. So definitely like keep an eye on any music that you feel need to repeatedly listen to. Check out the lyrics and see if there's any messages for you in there. You know, anything that inspires you or like lets you know what's going on. But anyway, with this sorrow card, the story behind it is very good. This monk here, it's like you know, I could just read from the book for you here, but because this is a really, I really love this Nine of Swords card, because it's about how, like, because see how it's like, he's surrounded in this pain and this sorrow, but in this little gap here, that shows that the enlightenment is coming, the, like, expansion, the freedom, the hope, you know. On the bottom of the deck, by the way, we have a ripeness, our Nine of, coins equivalent in this, Nine of Pentacles equivalent. People are seeing, because see, there's the rainbow, there's that rainbow. This is everything you've been feeling and working through. My God, you guys in this pile, you guys are absolute you are so much more of a powerhouse than most people have ever given you credit for. Like, you, just because you look cute or pretty or whatever, like, it doesn't mean that you don't, your energy packs a punch, yo. You're so special. You're so special. And I feel like, you know, certain stuff that you felt held back from before, you're not going to be held back from anymore. You're definitely leaving behind some heavy energies right now, but it's being burned up so that you can be even more authentic, even more true to yourself, and live like, just live like a lighter, freer, happier life. And it's more abundant as well. See with this ripeness up here, this is absolutely, this is a card about having everything that you need and being able to be totally independent. So I feel like you guys have been stuck in people, places, or in situations that have really drained you. And they've taken from you a lot. And so now what's happening in your life is that you're being able to be more independent and self-sufficient. And that's everything you've ever dreamed it would be. Because you have the space and the, look at that, like it actually like goes perfectly here. Like the way the light goes in. Look at that. Okay, I have to leave it there now because that's too good. Let me see. There we go. So yeah, you're definitely becoming more independent, and that's something that might have been misunderstood. People might have thought you were just pushing away, like, God knows, like, why people might, like, you know, people can come up with whatever reason they want, but really it was something you needed to do for your own soul, for your own benefit, and to, you know, find your, it's just a freedom. I feel like there's a big thing about freedom with you guys. You guys did not feel free. You felt very shackled in some way to something, but now from like all this like beautiful inner work that you've done, all this beautiful alchemy, and like coming truer and truer to your soul self, your core, the core being of who you are, the divine child essence, that is giving you everything you could ever want or need in life and more. Yeah, you're leaving behind so much stress and anxiety. Like, Whew, you guys had to come through so much, and I just want to congratulate you on everything that you've come through, because you're a really beautiful person. Okay, now I want to read out just for this one specifically, because this is yeah, I always love this card in this deck. It's so amazing. Okay, the image is of Ananda. See here. The image is of Ananda, the cousin and disciple of Gautam Buddha. He was at Buddha's side constantly, attending to his every need for 42 years. 42, meaning of life. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy might be significant for you guys in this pile too. All right. When Buddha died, the story is told that Ananda was still at his side, weeping. The other disciples chastised him for his misunderstanding. Buddha had died absolutely fulfilled. He should be rejoicing. But Ananda said, "You misunderstand." Dude, isn't this funny? Isn't this funny? He's literally talking about misunderstanding. I'm sorry, that just hit me in a thing about misunderstanding. Oh my god. And this whole reading's about being misunderstood. You misunderstand. I'm weeping, not for him, but for myself. Because all these years, I have been constantly at his side, but I have still not attained. Ananda stayed awake for the whole night, meditating deeply and feeling his pain and sorrow. By the morning, it is said, he was enlightened. Times of great sorrow have the potential to be times of great transformation, but in order for transformation to happen, we must go deep, to the very roots of our pain, and experience it as it is without blame or self-pity. Yes, something... Listen, because like the thing about Angel Dust is he's just like, his character has gone through so much trauma, so much stuff, that I feel like with this card here, this acceptance, like this is all one big thing, because sometimes this is like a timeline, you know, and it still is a bit, but this I feel like is all very all encompassing of this moment here when you're watching. Like you are becoming truer to yourself, coming into that true divine child essence, because of your beautiful alchemy, your beautiful because see, this is extreme. This is 8th house energy here. You're transmuting so much trauma in this pile. Postponement is so that you are not feeling disassociated, because that's another thing with Angel, is that he disassociates to deal with his situations, and you're not having to do that anymore. You're not having to do these little you're not having to do these little mental tricks anymore, because you know you're moving towards, and you are in perhaps a better life now, a better stage in life. And so to be able to fully experience it, you're just letting yourself like truly, naturally, as it comes up, I feel like naturally, because healing isn't linear, as I mentioned before, letting these emotions come up when they do, letting yourself feel the sorrow, feel the pain, understanding what you've gone through. But you know, that's like the thing, like just by doing that, just by meditating, being with yourself, letting yourself feel what you need to feel, that is transforming the energy in such a powerful way that it's actually putting you like in touch with enlightenment, you know? You are like, you're just one step away from nirvana, do you know what I mean? That's like, it reminds me as well, if you haven't read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, the book, it's a very famous book. He always says the more you're suffering, the closer you are to enlightenment, you know? That's definitely a book to check out if you haven't. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Absolutely amazing book on how to shift your state of being at any time. And that's the key to everything, really. All right. So, oh my goodness, I talk for a long time. I can't help it when it comes to Angel. I mean, come on. So, by the way, if this has been resonating for you, please do like, share, comment, subscribe, and or hype the video. It means the world to me. And if you're already subscribed, extra big love and thanks to you, my soul stars. Like, we reached 1,000, by the way. I made a little post. If you didn't see it, just thank you so much and love you and thank you for being here. All right. All right, let's get our final cards for this pile and close out. Oakley dokley, guys. Getting the final card for you from the Rainbow Brain Skull Oracle. Just final confirmations and advice for you, the Angel Dust pile. By the way, I was so excited for doing this reading. I hope I've done all the piles justice, because I was so excited for all of them. People really didn't get everything that you'd gone through in this pile, but now they really start to get it. Now they really understand, like, and people are realizing they could not have survived in your shoes, and people have a lot more respect and understanding for you than they ever did before. Like, in fact, people's view of you is just getting better and better, and it will continue to do so. People will just, the people that matter anyway, I feel like there's a lot more admiration and respect for you than ever before. The more that you reveal about yourself and everything that you've gone through, the more people are amazed that you've managed to come into this, like, essence of yourself, just been so true to yourself, be this light in spite of the darkness you've come through. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. All right. Final card, please, for my pile number 3s, the Angel Dust pile. Final confirmations. Yes, thank you. One card for my Angel Dust pile. Just one. Well, a card that tried to come out, actually, this was out in pile number 1, so definitely check that out if you want any further confirmations. But I'm going to get you a card so that you have your own unique one. Thank you. Please, unique card for Angel Dust. Just the one. Okay. Okay, yeah, I like this. Oh, this is perfect. Look at this on the bottom, and it's just like his eyes. He's got the white and black eyes. Like, ooh. Forever and wherever you will go, the choice is always yours to vibrate high or vibrate low. And see, like, you're really mastering how to, like, alchemize your vibration, no matter who you are, what you've been through. Yeah, your spirit is very beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love that coming out for Angel. Oh my gosh. Okay. The card that came out for you, it says, water the things you care about. It ain't always going to be dirt. My gosh, yes. So seeds that you've planted are really coming through. See, like, that's almost like you planting the seed here with the alchemization. And then as time passes, suddenly, like, boom, all these things burst out. That's from all the good work you've already done. And even, like, see, like, the watering can underneath the guy crying there. That's like the tears, because crying, like, that's a form of, like, when you're crying, like you're alchemizing emotions, you're shifting them through the use of the water element, right? if you want to get you want to get all mystical with it, but it's true. Oh, I really like that. I really like that, guys. Okay, let's take a look. See, why is it so squinty? Hope that's better. Okie dokie. All right. 71. 71. Must be one of the last cards. Yeah, there's 72. The penultimate card of the deck. Everything big was once a tiny version of itself. The universe itself was once the size of a sesame seed. Open sesame. Trust that if you consistently show up and make the effort, your dreams will come to fruition. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, you're really gonna get where you want to go. It's actually closer than you think. It is, it's closer than you think. Because that's like, he cried all night because he hadn't attained enlightenment. But by the morning then, after that, he did. Okay. And then number 4. God, I just adore that card there. The outside world can be unpredictable, but how you react to a situation is always your choice. This is what true freedom is. And wasn't I saying, like, there's a whole thing about freedom with you guys. You guys have found your freedom in this reality, which can be so oppressive at times. It can feel so oppressive. But truly, no one can ever cage our spirits, No one can ever keep us down unless we choose to let them. But we can always rise above and find that purity within our soul, within ourselves, no matter what we've been through or what we've done in the past. Wow. Meditation is definitely something that I would highly recommend for this group. Yeah, because you guys might have some form of PTSD from the stuff you've gone through, and that might be why you need to like take extra time to meditate and regulate yourself. And I mean, that is just like the key for everything anyway, especially in society right now, because everything's so like constant stimulation. It's so important to take that time in a more chill space and let yourself feel into yourself, because otherwise you're just constantly distracted and you'll never you won't be able to, you know, do anything properly. You won't be able to like feel yourself, so then you can't like move right, you know, metaphorically speaking, but I guess like literally speaking as well. Yeah, just do the little things every day, and then these things are bound to come to fruition, these wonderful things. In this pile, I would say there's actually a call for you to work with all your chakras. And look, it even includes the soul star up there, the soul star chakra, which I named this whole channel after, basically, the soul star wavelength, because I always felt like I was vibrating up there, you know. And so that's why I made it soul star wavelength, is because I wanted to connect to people who were, you know, up there with me. Yeah, but you guys, you know, there's a lot of love that wants to come down to you from up there, you know. Working with your chakras would be highly beneficial for you guys in this pile, because you want to work with them all and make sure they're all working and they're all like yeah, you just want to you want to feel into all of them and make sure that all the energy centers of your body, which is backed by science, by the way, that we have these like energy centers in our bodies. But if you feel into them through meditation, then you can shift your whole energy level, your whole mood, health, vitality just by doing this. Because it makes me think of the Joe Dispenza meditations I would do. So definitely check out Joe Dispenza, because he goes through the different energy centers as well in them. Or just look up other chakra activating meditations. Yeah, because you will see like a big shift, and I feel like this could happen like so instantaneously for you. The power of now with Eckhart Tolle, like it's always available right now. That's why it's called the present, because it's your gift. Like the present is a gift. And we only feel anxiety when we're living outside of it. So we're feeling like depressed usually if we're living in the past, or anxiety if we're living in the future. So if we come into the now, we'll find that eternal gift and just feel like the wondrous beauty of being alive, basically. And the more you do that, the more you're able to choose your vibration, no matter what the outside circumstances are saying to you. And that is true power. All right. All right. Oh, my lovely angel dust pile, I am going to leave it there. I'm sending you so much love and blessings, and I hope to see you in another pile or another reading. All right. Goodbye.